Hey, I know you don't care about the Grammys. I don't care about the Grammys. We're not watching the Grammys. That is clear. But something cool is actually happening. A band that has spent the last decade plus in the very insular hardcore scene is now not only breaking out into the mainstream, but cranking in 3 nominations at this year's Grammys. The band I'm talking about is, of course, Turnstile. I was expecting to see these guys nominated in the rock category for sure, but when I found out they were nominated for Best Metal Performance, that's when I scratched my head. And in that same category is Muse. Yes, the Muse. Metal. So it's clear that the Grammys are as old and as out of touch as ever, so we're going to go through those 3 categories that Turnstile is nominated in, and I'm going to make some humble predictions. Hey ladies, how's it going? Dan Frampton here. Turnstile, Grammys, let's get into it. Okay, so we landed here on Grammy.com/news/2023 Grammy nominations, complete winners, nominees list. And I'm going to go through these 3 categories, starting at number 12, Best Rock Performance. Now, it's clear that whoever is picking these nominations is a very old head, because the first song is by Bryan Adams, the Bryan Adams. You know, the guy from the 80s, that guy, Bryan Adams? That's right, he has a new song, well, new to this list anyway, called So Happy It Hurts. And I listened to it today, and it didn't make me so happy, but it did hurt. The next song is Old Man by Beck. And you're like, hey, I've heard that song before. Is that The Old Man by Neil Young? Well, yes, it is. That is a cover song making the Grammy nominations. Okay, but the Black Keys, that's a hot, fresh new band in comparison to Beck and Bryan Adams. But like, this song Wild Child is as bland and as boring as you can get. It's really nice to see Idols getting a nice nomination here for their song Crawl. The music video for this thing is amazing, and if you haven't checked out this song yet, I highly suggest that you do. And in between those 2 tracks that I was just talking about, I missed this one, Broken Horses by Brandi Carlile. This is a banger. Her voice is amazing. What a performer, what a front person, what a songwriter. The lyrics, the vocals, the everything on this track is undeniable. And then we got Ozzy Osbourne. Okay, all right. Sounds good, Ozzy. Here with Jeff Beck with your song Patient Number 9. It's an Ozzy song. And then right below all of that is where we find Turnstile, nominated for their song Holiday. Now, Holiday is one of my favorite songs off their recent Glow On record, but I wasn't so hot on that full project. I like the EP that came out a little bit before it, hyping it up, called Turnstile Love Connection. That had all the bangers on it, and then when the full record came out, it was just a bloated hunk of garbage, in my opinion. But most people loved it, and it catapulted them into the mainstream. They're selling out huge tours all over the place, and they're going to be opening for Blink-182. So, you know, my opinion's kind of shit when it comes to that. But this track, Holiday, banger of a tune, and it's amazing to see it on this list. So I'm going to be low-key rooting for Turnstile in this category, but that Brandi Carlile song is actually a much better song. Yeah, I think Brandi Carlile is going to run away with it. Okay, now we're going down to Best Metal Performance, and this is where it gets super interesting. Here's the description of the category. For a new vocal or instrumental solo, duo/group, or collaborative metal recordings. And the first nomination is a breath of fresh air to see here. We got Ghost with their track Call Me Little Sunshine. This song is great. I love this song. I can't believe there's so many songs that I actually love on this list. But right below that is a song I do not love, is a band that I certainly do not love. We got Megadeth with their track We'll Be Back. This song is just kind of like a thrash metal guitarathon, which is kind of cool until Dave Mustaine's vocals comes in and fucking spoils the party. Your eyes do not deceive you. Below Megadeth, in Best Metal Performance, we got Muse. And Muse is kind of like just getting worse as time goes on. They started off, in my opinion, not so great, just making boring wallpaper, indie rock or whatever for people to be like, you know, this is really intellectual rock and roll music. I really like this stuff. But I've always saw through the little charade, fuck these guys. And this song, I didn't hear it until today, of course, because I'm not actively listening to Muse, but the reason why this song is here in the metal performance is because it starts off with a riff. That's right, we got Muse riffing around a little bit with some distortion. I bust a gut laughing listening to this thing. It's not a metal song. It's kind of just like a parody of what they think is a metal song, but whatever. And then Degradation Rules by Ozzy Osbourne featuring Tony Iommi. It's another Ozzy song. What do you want? Ozzy's still doing it. Frolicking Through the Fields with Tony Iommi again. It's nice to see. And then, yes, the last one there, Turnstile, Blackout. And if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, you might remember that I do not like this song Blackout. I think that this thing is whack as fuck. I hate the chorus on this thing. I hate the hook. I think it is so corny. But it really helped them reach a whole new crowd, so who am I to fucking poo-poo on their parade, you know? Good for them. But metal? This is the least metal Turnstile have ever sounded. They've always been more of like a punk-leaning hardcore band, and this Blackout song is really just like a rock and roll song. Blackout in the middle. I don't like it. They pull it off live and the people still go crazy for it. I guess it's a banger, but just not to these ears. So my prediction in this category might be a toss-up between these two legends of Ozzy Osbourne and Megadeth, because that's just what I think the Grammy board, directors, what is it, the Academy? Who fucking knows? That's what I think they're gonna pick. They're gonna be like, you know what? Ozzy's pretty sick. And he actually is sick, but like, he's sick, so let's give him the award. But I would love to see it go to Ghost. And if they got up there and accepted it in full costume. Have they ever won? Okay, yeah, so I guess they have won Grammys before, and it does look like they get up there in full costume. So I'm excited. None of this I knew. Now here we are, the coup de grace, the final category that we're gonna be looking at here. The last category that Turnstile, Baltimore hardcore band, just got nominated for is for Best Rock Song. First song nominated in the category, Black Summer by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now, the Red Hot Chili Peppers just put out a song called Tip of My Tongue, and it is hilariously bad. But this song, Black Summer, is actually kind of tasteful, is actually kind of nice, is actually kind of pleasant to the ears. And I want to come on and make fun of the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I think Tip of My Tongue is an outlier of cringe, and everything else that they're doing is at least okay. And then here we go, Turnstile, Blackout again. That's not even nearly the best song on the record. I don't know why they got nominated twice for that same song. Oh, it's good to see Broken Horses by Brandi Carlile get nominated again. Love that track. If you haven't seen that SNL performance of Broken Horses, you gotta seek it out. Many goosebumps. All right, the next song in the category is Harmonia's Dream by The War on Drugs. Now this might be the most bland song out of these three categories. This song is very boring. This is just something you'd hear ambiently while you're at Subway buying a shitty sandwich. And then we got Patient Number 9 nominated again by Ozzy Osbourne. Now in this category for Best Rock Song, I want to be rooting for Turnstile, but I don't like that song, and I can't lie to myself, and I can't lie to my audience and be rooting for a song that I publicly stated that I don't like. But if Turnstile were to sweep all this and you'd see the boys, you know, Brendan and Daniel and everyone else, I don't even know who's quit the band at this point, all just holding Grammys, that would be unreal. So I think my prediction on who's gonna get the award and who I wanna win the award is the same nomination here, and that's Broken Horses. This song fucking rules. And just for fun, let's see what's nominated for Best Rock Album. Dropout Boogie by the Black Keys, meh. The Boy Named If by Elvis Costello and the Imposters. I don't think I've heard that one all the way through. Crawler by Idols. Oh my god, it's so nice to see that here. Mainstream Sellout by Machine Gun Kelly is nominated for Best Rock Album. I can't get into that right now. That's a whole other video. Ozzy Osbourne and Spoon. Spoon? Okay, alright. Well, that's that. And those are all the rock and roll nominations for this upcoming Grammy Awards. Are you actually going to be watching these things? Are you going to be rooting for any of these bands? Do you think Turnstile is actually going to walk out with a physical Grammy? Sound off down below. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell if you're cool as hell. And until my next upload, watch another upload.